Iris and Walter, Lost and Found. Chapter 1. Bad Rosie. Iris's little sister, Baby Rose, was a handful. She crawled like the wind. She climbed like a monkey. She threw like a wild pitcher. "You can't take your eyes off Baby Rose for a minute," said Iris's mother. "She's one busy baby," said Iris's father. One morning, Iris made a necklace out of lovely old buttons. "I'm going to bring this to school for show and tell," said Iris. Yeah, said Baby Rose. Baby Rose reached for Iris's necklace and grabbed it tight with her little fist. "Let go, Rosie," cried Iris. But Baby Rose did not let go. Baby Rose pulled and pulled. Snap! Iris's necklace broke. All the buttons scattered to the floor. "Oh no!" cried Iris. "Bad Rosie!" "She's just a baby," said Iris's father. "She didn't mean to break it," says Iris's mother. "I'll help you fix it. It will be as good as new." "No, it won't," wailed Iris. "Come along, my girl," said Grandpa. "You don't want to be late for school." Iris stomped all the way to school. "Good morning, Iris," said Miss Cherry. But Iris did not think it was a good morning at all. Chapter 2. Show and Tell. "Hey, Iris, come sit with me," said Iris's best friend, Walter. "I like your necklace," said Benny. "Me too," said Lulu. "Today is Iris's turn to begin show and tell," said Miss Cherry. Iris showed the class her button necklace. "Now that's what I call a one-of-a-kind necklace, Iris," said Miss Cherry. Iris smiled. Then it was Walter's turn. "This was my grandmother's harmonica," said Walter. "My grandma taught my mother how to play it, and now my mother is teaching me. And tomorrow, my grandma is going to come and visit, and I'm going to play it for her." "Isn't that exciting?" said Miss Cherry. "Would you like to play a song for the class?" she asked. "Okay," said Walter. He played "Mary Had a Little Lamb." "Wow, that was great," said Iris. "Can you teach me how to play the harmonica?" "Sure," said Walter. After school, Iris and Walter climbed to their treehouse for the harmonica lesson. Iris loved playing the harmonica. "This is so much fun," said Iris. "I might be a musician when I grow up." "We can both be musicians," said Walter. "Wait till I tell Grandma." "Hey, do you want to come over tomorrow and meet her?" asked Walter. "Sure," said Iris. When it was time to go home, Iris asked, "Can I borrow your harmonica?" "Well," said Walter. "Please," said Iris. "I promise I'd bring it back tomorrow." "Okay, but just for tonight," said Walter. "Thanks," said Iris. Iris couldn't wait to play the harmonica for her family. "Well, listen to you," said Iris's mother. "It's Mary Had a Little Lamb," said Iris's father. "How terrific," said Grandpa. Baby Rose thought it was terrific too. Chapter 3. A Mystery. The next morning after breakfast, Iris packed her books and her lunch. But when she went to pack Walter's harmonica, it was gone. I can't find Walter's harmonica, said Iris. It has to be here, said Iris's mother. You were just playing it last night, said Iris's father. Iris and her father looked under the table, and behind the sofa, and inside the toy box, but they could not find Walter's harmonica anywhere. What am I going to do? Cried Iris. I promised Walter I'd bring it today. We'll find it, my Iris, said Iris's mother. It didn't run away by itself, said Iris's father. But where is it? Baby Rose, did you take Walter's harmonica? Asked Iris. Baby Rose said, blah, blah, blah. Give it back, said Iris. Blah, 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 shouted Baby Rose. Now, it's time for school, Iris, said Grandpa. I can't go to school, said Iris. I have to find Walter's harmonica. Iris, my love, just tell Walter we are still looking for it, said Iris's mother. I'm sure it will turn up, said Iris's father. But what if it didn't turn up? What if Walter's harmonica was lost forever? Chapter 4. Lost and Found. Iris walked slowly up the steps to the school. Walter was waiting for her. My grandma's going to pick us up from school today, said Walter. She can't wait to meet you. Oh, said Iris. Walter, I have something terrible to tell you. I can't find your harmonica. You can't? Walter asked. No, but I know it's in my house somewhere. Did you look everywhere? Asked Walter. Everywhere, said Iris. But I know it will turn up. Today? Asked Walter. I hope so, said Iris. It has to, she thought. It was a very long day. After school, Walter raced outside to meet his grandma. Iris walked slowly after him. Granny, this is Iris, said Walter. Iris, it is so good to meet you at last, said Walter's grandma. Walter told his grandma about the lost harmonica. What if she gets mad? Iris held her breath. Iris, dear, would you like us to help you looking for it? Asked Walter's grandma. Oh, yes, said Iris. Thank you. As they were walking up the path, Iris heard a familiar sound. She raced up the steps. There was Baby Rose sitting on the floor, blowing on the harmonica. You found it, shouted Iris. It was in the laundry basket, said Iris's mother. And I think I know who put it there, said Iris's father. Hooray, said Walter. Time for tea, said Grandpa. And a concert, said Iris. Everyone had a merry time clapping, singing, and dancing, especially Baby Rose.